Alright, pretty much all you need for this job is oh, what a mess. What you need is maybe a pair of pliers and a 10mm socket with a ratchet. You don't lose your grommets. They're kind of important. There you are. You don't want to lose your grommets. Sometimes you have to hit the pan the way I just did, or the valve cover the way I just did to break it loose, because they tend to be kind of heat cooked on there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up. Probably use some brake clean with a rag. And clean the surface up, clean that old gasket out. And my goal here is, where it's leaking is these are rubber grommets here, and over time they get hard and they'll crack and break, so don't try and take them out. Just give them a good wipe and clean those with brake clean and give them a good wipe. I'll do that and then get back to you here in a minute when I clean all this up. Alright, it's in no way pretty. As you can see, I got silicone all the way around the gasket. I took it off and cleaned it up. I did run into some problems. There was a break in the gasket. I don't know if you can see it right there. Right there. So, like I said, I'm going to wing it. And I'm going to put some silicone on this side. On the inside here, to make sure that it doesn't leak there. Now I'm going to put a bead all the way around the base of it and around those holes, the spark plug holes. I'll clean that up. Just wanted to give you an update on this. You got to be real careful with these. You don't want to use brake clean on these because they'll stretch out and you won't be able to get them back in and fit right. And also, when you're cleaning them, they're old and they're probably already stretched out and weak. They may be burnt, toasted, hard and crunchy, where pieces will break like this right here. So this isn't the right way to fix a leaky valve cover. If I was doing this for, say, a customer or working in a shop or something, I would replace the gasket set. And it's kind of pricey on these Hondas because they have these rubber grommets right here. The rubber grommets are here. There's 4 of them, and there's also the grommets for the bolts that go here and here. And there and there. I'm gonna silicone everything. Silicone's pretty cheap. It's a lot cheaper than a gasket. Like I said, my money's tied up with other sources right now, so this is just gonna get this car running for transpo, just so it's not leaking and spilling oil all over the place and maybe catching fire. So I'm gonna clean that up and get right back to you. Here you can see I got the surface areas clean along here, nice and clean, where we're going to be putting the sealer at. Silicone, I'm going to put it on all the way around. Normally I just put some in the corners where the cam rides, like I don't know if you can see that, but right here there's a cam ride on the other side, and that's where the hoops in the valve cover right there, that's where those go. I usually try to put silicone in the corners there, but what I'm going to do on this job is I'm going to put silicone all over this the contact surface, because where I really need to stop the leak was right here. It was the majority of the leaks. Every one of these was leaking. Hopefully this will stop it, because I really don't have the cash right now. And that's the reason I'm posting this, is because sometimes if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you want to save some money, because maybe you want to spend the money on your kid's birthday, or take the girlfriend out to lunch or something, or just go have a good time with your money instead of spending it on something like this. This would be smart to fix it the right way. But this is just a quick little old transpo car that I use to run back and forth to go get parts and go across town and do things. It's not my, it is kind of my main runner because it's so efficient on gas, but I have a few other cars that I enjoy driving that I probably wouldn't do this to, because they're more of a relic to me than this is. This is my beater. It is good on gas. It has been running forever with doing minimal amount of stuff to it, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's actually been running with that leak for quite a while, but I noticed it. Okay, now hope I got enough silicone left. Yeah. And there you go. Gaskets while you wait. So there it is. Well, I guess I need to put a little bit more right on this side over here. Nothing around that. The only reason I'm doing that is because it's an old gasket. We're going to see how this might not work. It might not work, but I think the probability is high that it will. This is some good stuff. I use the red stuff because it's the high temp, and it stays real pliable for a long time, but dries real solid as far as being able to keep the oil from getting places. Okay. Yeah, nice squishy. And I'll put some on the grommets for the bolt, for the hold down. I'll just take and do that with it. No big deal. Put some on the grommets. Stick them in their holes. There you go. See, it's not that pretty, but let me grab the camera here. Okay, there you go. It's not that pretty. You got a little orange, competition orange silicone running around there. I mean, you could get particular if you wanted. You come around here with a rag and wipe it off. And you're not going to know if that's a red gasket or silicone or what it is. But, see, it don't look that bad. It looks like you got one of them red Velcro gaskets on it. But anyway, that doesn't really matter much to me. Like I said, this is my personal vehicle. If this was a customer's car or something, I'd do it upright. Make sure they got new grommets. I think the grommets and the rubber gasket with all the spark plug boot or the spark plug hole grommets, and also the grommets for the bolts, I think is about 39 bucks. I'd rather spend my 39 bucks on some ammunition for my shotgun so I can have fun. This isn't really fun to me. It's just keeping my driver going. So, like I said, negative comments, if you want to post them, you can, but I'm sure I already know all the negativities to this. Really, there isn't that much negativity to it, because if it stops the leak and I don't have to put a gasket on here for another 2 or 3 years, then a little $6 tube of silicone did its job. Not to mention, I've used this silicone tube on a couple of other jobs for just different stuff. I like using it for like holding my thermostat gaskets on, if they're not O-rings. Anything that's a paper type gasket, I'll use it on. In this kind of case, like I said, if it's your car and you're a do-it-yourselfer and you want to repair your gasket, as long as it's not broken in 100 places and all cracked, you can get away with this, I'm pretty sure. Of course, I haven't started and run it yet. I'm going to put the spark plug wires and stuff back on it, and I'll start it up after I clean the wires, because like I said, the wires are pretty full of oil. So I'm going to get those cleaned up so I can stick them back in, and then I'll run it and see if we still have puddles of oil. The oil is no longer, well, it might be. I didn't really clean the holes down all the way where the spark plugs are. Let's see if I can get in there. Okay, got the wires all cleaned up. I don't know if you can see that, but I do. Got them all cleaned up. Put them back in. Clean this one out a little bit. I blew those out. A ton of oil came out of them. I'm glad I thought about that at the last minute. Zip tie? Never mind, don't need it. Alright. Looks like that was kind of successful. Yes. Sometimes you gotta break a few eggs and make an omelet. But anyway, so that's it. I'll start it up here a little bit after I let it dry up for about 30 minutes. Let's start it up and see if we... Okay, after running it for a while, you can see there's no oil, just a little bit of residue that was left behind. But there's no big extreme. Nice and dry. Nice and dry. And of course, boom, we have a successful seal. So there you have it. Gives you some high temp silicone for your gaskets while you wait. If you're trying to be economical and cheap, and it's your car, I mean, I wouldn't try this on a customer's car or anything, because like I said, you kind of guarantee it then. And I mean, if it was the last resort, if a customer had to wait a couple of weeks for a gasket to come in or something stupid like that, then I'd probably try to do this just so you keep running and tell them to come back and I'll put another one on for them. But this seems to have taken care of the job. Hope you enjoyed it.